Dillian Whyte has been saying a few things recently, notably that Deontay Wilder was knocked out cold against Grabimir Clinchko sometime in sparring, I don't know when. But for me, more interesting is his recent claim that Anthony Joshua will no longer be the same fighter, aka more boring, after his recent revenge victory over Andy Ruiz Jr. He's tried to make some kind of comparison between tall heavyweights and how after getting beat, they no longer fight the same. He actually used Lennox Lewis as an example. A bit of an odd one, because Lennox Lewis used to blow hot and cold. He could take people out quickly, or he could be cerebral, a little bit overly tactical for 12 rounds. He spoke about how Lewis got knocked out against Rahman and then wasn't the same, though not the best example, because Lennox Lewis came back and boxed pretty aggressively to get rid of Rahman in just 4 rounds in the rematch. But he's trying to make some kind of connection there that merits a response. Now, he also talked about Grabimir Clinchko. Now, Grabimir Clinchko did used to be more aggressive in his earlier career. I think he was a gold medalist in Atlanta back in '96. And when he turned pro, he was really pulverizing people. I remember the likes of Ray Mercer, an old Ray Mercer, yeah, and that was quite into his career. He was already that was already 2002 by then, but he was still really pulverizing people then. Big left hooks and right hands, and he used to let his hands go a lot more. There were more fluid combinations that if you only saw Grabimir Clinchko's the latter stage of his career, you'd see this younger Klitschko and think, wow, he looks a lot better here. But there's a key difference here for me, and that is that for me, Grabimir Clinchko was always more of a boxer. He had a more extensive amateur background than Anthony Joshua. He deserved to win the gold medal, if we want to take a little slide jab as well, and always more of a natural cerebral fighter at heart. Though Anthony Joshua was able to change a lot in a short amount of time against Andy Ruiz Jr. and add more layers to his game, which I was impressed with, you can see it's not his natural style. Joshua is more of a natural attacker. It's more in his nature to get close and let go with the uppercuts and the hooks. That's just what he does better. He's certainly got the dimensions to be a very good long-range boxer, but you can see it's not really in his nature. The hooking off the jab, it doesn't come as naturally as it does with Grabimir. Because even when Grabimir used to attack, he used to pepper people a certain way. There'd be a lot of range-finding maneuvers with the left hand. He'd use it to blind you, hook off the jab, as I say. There was a lot more variety there, and you could see the potential to mould a really safety-first boxer. Though Joshua was very good against Ruiz, there were still some holes there and gaps that I think you're never really going to be able to completely iron out because of his different physiology and mentality as well. He is more of an attacker. So more of an attempted, interesting kind of perspective by Dillian Whyte, but similar to the Wilder Grabimir knockout story, its function is probably just to have another jab at one of the top guys, as he hopes to fight one of them in the near future.